So, please turn off your mic. So, as you guys know, today is your BCOC 132 class. Today we're gonna complete first block of this subject. So let's start.
¿Qué mero voy a enterarla?
We were at unit number third. Yes, here it is. Now let's start. So unit number third is about social responsibility and ethics. How social responsibility and ethics are related to a business. We have discussed that every business is set up to maximize the profit of any organization and a company. So they don't only have to maximize their profit, but they have to perform their social responsibility. Okay, towards the nation, towards the environment. They have to perform some ethics. They have to follow some business ethics. So we're gonna learn about that in this unit. Corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility, also known as CSR, also known as CSR, corporate social responsibility. As the name says, it's the responsibility of every organization and a business to perform accordingly to the society, to perform and give benefits to the society, to environment, and to other aspect of the business. So this is corporate social responsibility. We also know this as CSR. And no, social responsibility for business. At earlier age, a business is required to maximize the profit only, to maximize their profit only. But nowadays, it is not relatable. Nowadays, it is not relatable because we, as a customers, we as a public, we expect from a business, we expect from a business to provide us a good quality products as well as a good environment, an environment without any interruption, without any deformation. Okay, so these are the things we expect from a business. And when a business or an organization look forward to it, then they came under this point, social responsibility for business. They follow this point, that what's their social responsibility, at which extent they are following it, and they are proving themselves as a social member of the nation, of environment. Now, CSR is a self-regulating business capital that assists a corporation to be collectively responsible to itself, its partner, and the community. So now it's not only themselves or ourselves if we are talking about a business. It's about the partners of the business. It's about the community. It's about the consumers. It's about the society. It's about the nature. So everything is related to business nowadays. And what kind of social responsibility a business have? like to provide good quality products to the consumers. Okay, and organization looks after the workers, the consumers, the community, work for the community, donate in the community, take decisions which benefits our society and its value. Any business should have take the decisions which will give benefits to the society. So now this is all about the social responsibility for business. Now we are moving to the definition of CSR. It is written here. Corporate social responsibility is the continuing commitment by business to behave ethically and contribute to economic development while improving the quality of life of the workforce and their family as well as the local community and the society at large. Means business now have to look at every aspect of the society, like its worker. Business have to look after their employees. Okay, the community where the business is set up, and the society at a large. CSR is about business giving back to the society. Whatever you have earned from the society, from the people of the society, now it's your time, now it's the business time to return this thing to the society. CSR is about how companies manage the business processes to produce an overall positive impact on society. Organization need to be answerable to two parts of their task. Any kind of organization or business needs to answerable to the two part of their task. The first one is the nature of their administration. The nature of their administration, like how's their manager, how they are treating their manager, their employees, and everyone in the business or in their organization, and the nature and amount of their effect on the society in different zone. The nature and the amount of their effect on the society in different zone, like every organization need to answer this, like if they are impacting, if they are leaving a positive impact on the society or a negative impact. Are they damaging our natural resources or not? Or are they preserving our natural resources? Are they working towards preserving our natural resources? And many other points like this. So we have some approaches to social responsibility. Social responsibility suggests that an entity, be it an organization or individual, has an obligation to act for advantage of society at large. Like it's as it is saying, like it is a responsibility of an organization to create a balance between finance and ecosystem. By saying the social responsibility, we are not neglecting the profit part or the finance part of the business. We just say it like whatever, you have to create a balance between the finance and ecosystem. You maximize your profit, every business maximize their profit, but as well as they have to support the society, they have to uplift the society, they have to work for the society, for their upliftment. Okay, that's what an approach does to social responsibility. So for that we have some theories, which are known as CSR theories. I hope it's clear till now, as it is an easy topic.
No, ma.
Okay. Moving to the CSR theories, any business, which will help any business to create a balance between the finance and the ecosystem. Finance is related to the profit maximization, and ecosystem is related to the benefit of the society, how a business can benefit the society. Now coming to the first theory, which is corporate social responsibility theory. Corporate social responsibility theory, it is also known as CSR theory. So it is a theory. The corporate social responsibility is a decision to improve the welfare of the community. The decision to improve the welfare of the community. Any business which takes a decision to improve the welfare of the community is not is come under corporate social responsibility. But there's a difference in this thing. In this theory, uh, a business owner will not discuss this point to anyone. They just take a decision to improve or do welfare to the society, but do not discuss they do not discuss with others like how they can improve. They don't take the ideas from others. So that is corporate social responsibility theory. They do discretional activities like voluntary decisions to choose the activities and contribution on its own way. Okay, they are not getting suggestions and performing accordingly to others. But coming to the point stakeholders theory, it also says that we have to take decisions, or we have to do work to improve the welfare of the community. But in this stakeholder theory, they do discuss with their employees, their shareholders, the creditors, the suppliers, the customers, the government. They take a mutual decision here. The difference is they take a mutual decision here. But in corporate social responsibility theory, the business owner or the board of directors just take the decision by their own without discussing it to anyone. Is the difference clear between them? Now coming to the point, the triple bottom line. The triple bottom line. The concept of triple bottom line adds two or more bottom lines, social and environmental concern, to the economic concern. Like, we already have the economic concern, which deals the profit of an organization. Okay, but now we have added two more bottom lines, which is social and environmental. Whereas people is related to social and planet is related to environmental. So we have three pillars in there. First one is profit, second one is people, and third one is planet. So a business needs to look after these three things. Profit, because with the profit only a business can run in a long time period. If a business do not make profit, doesn't make profit, then it will be necessary for business to get shut down in coming 3 to 5 years. And second one is pupil. Pupil is like employees are working in a business organization as a managers, workers, laborers, and every person coming from the society. So they have to look after them. They must provide them insurance, health facilities, and other stuffs. Okay, they need to give it back to the society. And third one is planet, like planting trees and all. Okay, preserving the nature, cleaning the rivers and all. That's what a planet point is stating. Is it clear? Is the three theories of CSR is clear?
It's clear, ma. It's clear.
Okay, moving forward. CSR agenda.
Excuse
Moving
ma'am.
forward.
Somebody has been trying to join the class, but he's unable, please, ma'am.
Sorry.
Somebody has been trying to join the lectures, but he's unable, ma'am.
Oh, wait. So we are moving forward. Now, coming to the point, CSR agenda. What is the agenda of CSR? What is the agenda of CSR, corporate social responsibility? What it means? Its agenda is only that to create a beautiful society, where every business looks for the uplifting of the society. It is the agenda of CSR. It is the agenda of CSR. The basic agenda is that. to create a situation or an environment where every person can live freely, where every person related to business can live freely. People will get clean rivers, people will get clean environment, clean air. Okay, so this all are the agenda of CSR. These all are the agendas of CSR. We have discussed it in while discussing the definition of CSR. And NGOs, important point. NGOs are directly related to CSR. NGOs are working directly for the upliftment of the societies, for the environment. So NGOs are the big part, playing big part in the CSR agenda. A distinctive profile of CSR practices. Distinctive profiles of CSR practices. Like we have three business case models here. First one is the business case model of CSR. The first one is the business case model of CSR. Like it is concerned with what do the business or the company get out of CSR. Like suppose you are a business, you are running a business. Now, for doing good for the society, first you will think what benefit you will get as a business, as an entrepreneur, by providing the services for the society, by donating something, by doing charity something. What, what and how it will benefit to you, benefit to your organization. So that's the thought, like give and take thought. Business or business case model tell you about do good things to get best things for your organization. In this model, you do or a business do good thing to get best things for them. They only use CSR for the economic growth of the company. Because when you do CSR, when you perform CSR, when you are a part of CSR, then you will get an image in the market. You will get a goodwill in the market. People will start liking you. People will start knowing you. Okay, so that's how CSR is done in business case model. Social value models. When you start or commence a business on the base of the social cause, on the base of a social cause, then that is known as social value model of CSR. There are many organization or business which runs on a social cause, so that is known as social value model of CSR. Coming to the point third, syncretism stewardship CSR. Syncretism stewardship CSR. It aims to harmonize and balance the demand of various stakeholders of business. In other words, these companies focus on profit maximization objective of the business as a business case model. At the same time, they also comprehend the importance of CSR and aim to address it in an effective manner. Like they're doing many things to maximize their profit. A business doing everything to maximize their profit, but they're also performing for the upliftment of the society, for the betterment of the nature. So that is what syncretism stewardship CSR model is. Now coming to the point, I have an example. Like some of you are aware of Mama Earth, the brand Mama Earth. Now this brand have taken initiative to plant like 1 million trees in 3 years or something. So that's the initiative, that's a part of CSR. They are doing good, but with this CSR or with this practice, they are gaining an image. Okay, they are getting known by the market worldwide. So that's how CSR works done. They are gaining profit maximization. They are getting more and more profit in the financial years, but also they are doing something for the betterment of the society. So this is what syncretism stewardship CSR model is. Is it clear? So we can move further. I guess that is clear. I'm moving forward to the ethics.
For me, mine is clear.
Okay. Ethics. What are ethics? Anyone would like to take initiative here? What are ethics? What is ethics? In basic term, I'm not asking in business term, just in general term. What is ethics?
It can be a prescribing of norms and values.
Good. Yeah, you are pretty much right. It's norms, norms of the society which are acceptable in society. So we perform certain activities as a human. We perform certain activities, but some activities are acceptable in society, but some are not. Some activities you perform are acceptable in society, but some are not. So these are the norms set by a society, and when we perform some activities or we give a behavior, we perform a behavior, then there is something right or wrong about it. Okay, every activity we do, it is right or wrong as per the society norms. So that is what ethics is. That is our ethics is basically good and a bad behavior of a person is known as ethics. Good and bad behavior of a person is known as ethic. Like someone is doing right thing, someone is doing wrong. So this is what ethics are. Now we have three types of ethics: meta ethics, normative ethics, applied ethics. Meta ethics. Meta ethics talk about the nature of ethics and moral reasoning. It is concerned with what we mean when we use words like good, bad, right, and wrong. Basically, it only tells us about if one activity or behavior is good or bad, but it doesn't tell us about what and how can we do better. Okay, in metaphysics, we can know that our activity, the activity we have performed is right or wrong, is good or bad. But we do not know how to perform it in a better way and how can we improve it. We do not get answer of these questions in metaethics. Normative ethics. In normative ethics, we get the answers which we didn't had here, which we didn't had in mathematics. Now, in this normative ethics, we can know that what we can do to do better things, how we can improve the bad activities or wrong things we have performed earlier. Applied applied ethics. When we apply ethics in real life situations, like in different domains, we have so many domains and so many ethics for every each and every domain we have in our environments. Suppose it's like somehow we have some support ethics, okay, support ethics, but sometimes we should have to perform politics ethics, business ethics, computer ethics, sports ethics. These are the different fields of ethics, and one have to perform that particular ethic there. You know, in sports ethic, a person have right to run freely. Okay, run freely, move freely. But if you are in a business ethics, then you can't run in the corridor of your business organization. You have to perform some ethics, you have to show some ethics. You can just walk from the corridor. That's what the difference is here. So we have applied ethics. We may know different ethics of the society, but in every domain we have to perform that specific acceptable norms or behavior. That is what applied ethics is about. Is it clear? I guess it is. Moving forward, business ethics. Till now, we have known about ethics. Now, our main focus is on business ethics. Because we're gonna be in business one day, so we must know about business ethics. Business ethics tells us about the business activity, like how a business activity is performed and how not. Okay, we have some major components of business ethics, like how to perform in business, how to behave in business organization, how to follow rules of business organization. We have some components of business ethics such as morality. We have to show morality. We have to trust our team, trust our team members, trust our manager, trust our boss, trust our employees. Okay, we have to perform a behavior. We have to follow a behavior, like we can't shout out to the people in business organization. We have to stay sober. Okay, you can't take drinks at your business organization. You have to stay sober there. So these are some business ethics principles you have to follow. Choices, reliability, relationships, these are the components of business ethics. Now some business ethics I'm discussing with you, like earn profit but do not get involved in illegal activities. Earn profit, earn money, but do not get involved in illegal activities, or do not earn profit or money staying in illegal activities or using in illegal activities. To sell the quality goods, you always have to sell the quality goods to the consumers. So this is your business ethics. Sell goods at a reasonable price. Sell goods at a reasonable price. To pay the taxes, to pay the taxes to the government on time. Take care of environment. Take care of environment. If you are in a production sector, okay, in a manufacturing sector, then you have to be very careful that you do not damage our nature or environment by dumping the wastage of your production house in rivers, in soil. You and do not burn it so that the chemical got mixed with the air, do not pollute air. So you have to take care of that, and you have to take it very seriously. You have to take care of environment very seriously. Is it clear? Business ethics. Tell me one ethic. Tell me one ethic, each of you. Uh,
Among the business ethics,
yes. Not what I have told you. Not what I have told you. Jo, another ethics which I haven't disclosed yet. I want you to brainstorm this. Tell me some business ethics.
sincerity, ma'am.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Accountability.
Accountability. Yes. Accountability to whom? To government, or to the people of the country, or to the world? Accountability to whom? To government, to the people of the business organization, or to the people of the world?
Yes, business organization.
Okay. Anyone else want to try? Please come forward, or else I have to take names. Think about it.
Excuse ma'am.
Yes.
Uh, I don't know whether uh, it is from their side. We have two students or three of them that are unable to join the class. So I don't know whether it's from them or it's network, ma'am. And they've been talking to us in our private chat.
Uh, what's the issue? What's the issue?
Yeah, they are
They can't.
unable to join the class. So I
Okay,
don't
okay.
know whether it is from their side or from your side, ma'am.
Just wait a minute. Let me inform this to the authorities. Okay. Just wait a minute. Would you please ask to them to join the class once more? Please ask them to join the class.
Oh, okay, ma'am, I will tell them.
Okay. If I'll get an option here, then I will allow to them. Okay. Now, who have thought about business ethic? One more business ethic I want to from you guys. Abdul Ibrahim, please tell me one business ethic we haven't discussed yet. Abdul Ibrahim, are you listening? Okay, you are not responding. So let me tell you one more ethic. Like, we have to give fair treatment to the workers. We have to give fair treatment to the workers. It should not be like we are paying more to the male workers or less to the female worker. We have to treat every worker, every employee of a same level equally. Okay. We have to provide health benefits to the employees. So these all are the business ethics. Yes, Anas Umar, have you asked them to join?
Yes, I asked them to join, ma'am.
But I didn't get any notification here, and I have dropped a message to the authority. So
Let
now
me
we
tell
can
them again,
continue the
ma'am.
class. Okay. Now we continue the class.
Yes, ma'am.
We
Yes,
have
ma'am.
waited enough. So business ethics is clear, I guess. Now coming to the point, corporate responsibility. Corporate responsibility. It is vital to make a distinction between business philosophy and philosophy of business. Corporate responsibility caters two branches. First one is business philosophy, and second one is philosophy of business. Business philosophy and philosophy of business. They both are different from each other. Both of the terms are different from each other. So business philosophy, it explains why of the particular business. It explains why of the particular business. Or in general, if I have to say, business philosophy is related to a particular business, whereas philosophy of business is related to every business, is related to all over business unit. Okay, either it is textile business, either it is cement business, either it is manufacturing machines business, either it is dairy products business. Every business, it caters in itself philosophy of business. But if I am talking about the particular business, then it comes under business philosophy. It comes under business philosophy. And its main driving force behind any particular business philosophy determines the objective and functional objective of a particular business, of a particular business. Suppose if we are in a dairy product business, okay, dairy products business, then we have to determine the objective and functional objective of our business. So when we determine the objective and functional objective of our dairy products business, then it is known as business philosophy. Then it is known as business philosophy. But when I determine the objective and functional objective of each and every business, like profit maximization, it is the objective of every business, not only of particular business. It is the objective of every business, then it is known as philosophy of business. I guess the difference is clear.
Excuse me, ma'am. If I get it right, we can say business objective particular business, while of philosophy
Sorry, your
of
voice
business
cut it down.
is general.
Sorry, I
All
didn't
right, ma'am.
hear.
Let
Your
me
voice
write
cut
it.
down.
Let me write it now.
Okay, okay, right. I'll read it to you. Now, coming to the point, benefits of corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility is benefit. Like better brand recognition. When we do good for society, then you get a better brand recognition. As I gave an example in earlier classes of different subject, that in India we have Tata Steels, or a brand named Tata. Okay, which do donation or which do charity of 65% of their total revenue, total profit, 60 to 65% of their total profit, then it gives a better brand recognition to everyone. Okay, it creates an image of that brand or that organization in front of the customers, the people of the country. So by doing CSR, we get any business get a better brand recognition. Positive business reputation, positive business reputation, increased sales and customer loyalty. When you do good for society, then every person wants to be the part of your organization. Every people or customer wants to be the part of your organization. So it will automatically increase your sales and the customer loyalty. You will get retained your customers. Operational cost savings, like you don't have to do advertisement separately. If you are in corporate social responsibility, doing charity work, doing good for the society, then you do not need to do advertisement for your business or business organization, because it is doing here very appropriately. Okay, better financial performance, because if your sales get increased, then you will have more profits, more profit maximization, and at the end you will get better financial performance and position in the market too. Greater ability to attract talent and retain staff. Greater ability to attract talent and retain staff. When you become popular, every talented person wants to join your business. And the staff you already have, won't let you, won't give up on you. Okay, they won't resign from your organization or apply anywhere else. Organizational growth, your organization will grow, your business will grow. Easier access to capital. When you are known, when you become very popular or known in the market, then any financing institution can provide you the capital, can provide you the capital for the expansion or expansion of your business. Are the benefits clear? Wait, philosophy of business is specific to one business, while business philosophy of business is general in all business. uh, you have mixed it. Anasumanuhu, you have mixed it. Philosophy is of business is general to all businesses. Philosophy of business is general to all businesses. But business philosophy is specific to one business. Business philosophy is specific to one business.
I got it now, ma'am.
Okay. Now coming to the point, philosophy of business, we have three interrelated aspects of philosophy of business. We have three interrelated aspects of philosophy of business. First one is like nature of business, what kind of business you are running, okay, role of business in the society, and moral obligation towards the society. Philosophy of business, which means which is related to general in general to all businesses. It means what's the nature of your business, what's the role of the business in the society, and moral obligation towards the society. Now if I take you to the earlier age, if I take you to the earlier age or in traditional era, traditionally how philosophy of business used to work, nature of business in in early ages. What was the nature of business? It was treated as property institution, it was treated as property institution, which only exists to earn profit, which only exists to earn profit. Business is equal to profit in early ages. Okay, they don't they didn't do any kind of social work, social welfare. These terms are not familiar to them. Okay, these terms were not familiar at that time. So what were the role of business in society at that time? Its only purpose is to create value for members or to provide goods and services to the society. Role of business in society in early ages, it is only to provide goods and services to the society members, to the consumers. And if we go to the moral obligation towards society, there was none. There was none moral obligation, no moral obligation towards the society. This is how our traditional or early 80s or 70s used to work as a business organization. You got it? This was the philosophy of business in early ages. Like just they were there to maximize the profit only. They were there to producing goods and services and providing it to the customers only. That's it. At that time they didn't think twice to cut down a tree, to do deforestation. Okay, for their business organization, because at that time they want to expand their business. No one was thinking about the society, the nature, the environment. And now look at that time, if we as a business or as a country or as a world have thought about the nature and environment at earlier ages, then now our environment would have been more clean. Okay, the situation like layer, like greenhouse effects, were not that much at that time. Paradigm shift of corporate responsibility. So as we have discussed the philosophy of education, philosophy of business at earlier time, how the shift come to the corporate responsibility, how the shift comes to the corporate responsibility. And what is the meaning of paradigm shift? When there is a fundamental change in basic concept of any discipline, then it is known as paradigm shift. You know, when we used to do something and there is a sudden change in our activities, then that is known as paradigm shift. So now we will know about paradigm shift of the corporate responsibility. These changes have taken place due to many factors. These factor influences the entrepreneurs to address business ethics. Some of these factors are as follows: increasing influence of non-governmental organization. As I said, NGOs have played very important role in creating the corporate social responsibility. Very effective and heightened reach of media. Okay, at earlier time we didn't have the media access, so much media access, but when media get heightened, okay, media get vast, then our social responsibility or business started to feel like they have to perform for the society as well. Advancement in the information and technology, knock-on effect of corporate scandals, many frauds were came in front of people, like Enron and Satyam, growth of social responsible investment, changing employees' expectations, more aware and demanding consumers, never-ending social campaign and issues, etc. So these are the factors or the reason why why there is a paradigm shift of corporate responsibility. Okay, from thinking about the profit only to the thinking about profit and society at the same time. Now we have two type of shifts there. We have two types of shifts. First one is the first shift, philosophy of business. There was a shift in the philosophy of business. At the time, as we have discussed, traditionally the nature of business is only related to the profit maximization. But due to the time changing and due to the in technology development of the technology, there is a sudden shift in philosophy of business. Now, business organization or entrepreneurs started to think about the nature. They started to concern about the nature, and that was the need of that time, that if they want to run their business in the market, then they did have to perform accordingly as per the time. Business is a social institution rather than property institution. Like we have discussed it in earlier, like in earlier times we have treated business as the property institution, but now it have become the social institution. If it is a social institution, then it has to perform the duties assigned to it by the society. It have to take care of the society as well. Business is also responsible to the natural environment. Business is also responsible to the natural environment. Yes, the emergence of term environmental accountability in the recent scenario shows the importance of concern for environment that has gained momentum today. And due to many natural disorders that have been occurred during last few years, due to many natural disorders that have been occurred during last few years, like global warming, depletion of ozone layer, greenhouse gas effect, Asian brown cloud, and many unexpected natural calamities have turned the focus of environmental concerns. Now, the world is recognizing the fact that preserving fresh water, pure air, and fertile land is more important than producing low cost goods for consumer or profits to business. That's why there was a shift in that's why there was a shift in philosophy of business. Nowadays, the public at large has recognized the importance of natural environment and has started to raise the voice for it. The government has been putting various restrictions on the use of natural resources, and that too at international level, like setting norms for emission of greenhouse gases, which is also known as Kyoto Protocol. Kyoto Protocol. So these were the reasons why there was a shift, and it was also known as first shift, which was of philosophy of business. And the second shift towards the society, natural environment, like shareholders. The business started thinking about the shareholder. Business started getting concerned about other stakeholders, vendors, banks, society in general, and natural, which is environment. The second shift leads to one of the basic pillar of the philosophical framework in ethics. The internal participants are shareholders, employees, manager, board members, and the external participant of an organization are customers, suppliers, government, union, local community, society at large, etc. So business started to think about them. Okay, how they can secure them, they can provide uh, benefits to them from their business. As per business ethics, business have a moral and ethical responsibility toward all the participants of their organization. If the business doesn't behave ethically to these participants, then these unethical behavior create grounds for cessation of business. Now the responsibility of business towards the participants in order of priority. The first priority is natural environment. Because you're doing businesses in nature, you are doing business in environment. Okay, so the first priority, first thing a business have to look after is natural environment. To look after the rivers, to look after the air, to look after the land. Okay, now the second one is society in general. We are doing the all the person who are running a business, or the owner of the business and the worker of a business, the consumer of the business and the government, all are coming from the society. Then it is a business responsibility to look after the society as well, to work for the society welfare. Other stakeholders and vendors, bank, etc. If a business have taken loan from any kind of financial institution, then it's the business organization or the owner's responsibility to look after them. Okay, to provide the interest on time and other things. To look after the shareholders, they are the part of business. They have invested in your business. Then it's the moral duty of any business to preserve the money they have put it in your business. CSR in India. CSR in India. Corporate social responsibility in India. According to the Company Act 2013, organization can put some portion of profits in the activities of education. In the activity of education, like many business organizations do donate or charity in educational activity, marginalized section of society, gender equality, and poverty and hunger. In India, many business organizations work for that. Even the brand I have told you, the organization Tata, they donate or do charity in education, gender equality, poverty and hunger, and also create home for homeless. Some in some of their projects. Okay. Now coming to the point, this is national voluntary guidelines. National voluntary guidelines. Government of India has provided corporate social responsibility voluntary guidelines in 2009. The CSR policy prescribed six components. The CSR policy prescribed six components for corporate social responsibility. These are, first one is care for all stakeholders, care for all stakeholders, ethical working, ethical working, respect for workers' right, respect for workers' right and welfare, respect for human rights, respect for human rights, respect for environment and activities for social and inclusion development. So these were the 6 points or components which was disclosed in CSR voluntary guidelines or national voluntary guidelines in 2009 by government of India. The next one is mandatory rules. Mandatory rules, Company Act 2013 and CSR. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has notified Section 135 and Schedule 2nd of Companies Act 2013 as well as the provision of companies' corporate social responsibility policy rules 2014 to come into effect from 1st April. Basically the rules was made in 2013 and they came into an effect from 1st April 2014. So what were the rule? According to this rule, every company, private limited or public limited, every company, either it is private limited or public limited, which either has a net worth of 500 crore rupees, which has a net worth of rupees 500 crore, or a turnover of 1000 crore, or a turnover of 1000 crore, or net profit of rupees 5 crore, net profit of rupees 5 crores, need to spend at least 2%, needs to spend at least 2% of its average net profit for immediately preceding 3 financial years on corporate social responsibility activities. On corporate social responsibility activities. If your business is earning a net profit of 5 crores in India, then it is mandatory that you have to spend 2% of your average net profit for immediately preceding 3 financial years to pay 2% of the net average net profit to the corporate social responsibility, to the welfare of the society, to the betterment of the nature and society. It is a rule. So it is all about corporate social responsibility. Is it clear, you guys? Is it clear to you guys?
Yes, ma.
Yeah, yes, ma.
Okay.
But
Now,
I have question, ma. Please.
please write it. Please write your question.
All right, let me write it.
Okay, I will answer there. Okay. Now the unit 4 is about emerging opportunities in business. Emerging opportunities in business. Are you writing? I'm waiting for a question.
Ma, please, what we are going to write? I left the hand.
Okay. Okay. Now moving forward. So the first topic of our unit 4 is internet application in business. Internet applications in business. See, it's very hard in these days. We cannot think beyond the internet. Okay, we need internet in every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes, we have to go to the social media. or YouTube or Google or any other thing. Right now also we are using internet. If an organization fails to carry out CSR to its host community, can the community report such case to the government? See, if they are doing any kind of illegal activities, like if they are producing more pollution, if they are producing more pollution or doing more air pollution, and if a business organization is putting their wastage in rivers, so in that case, any person can sue that business in court. We can report if the organization is doing such an illegal activity or harming our nature or environment. It's not only about CSI. It's not like that all the business doing CSR on one hand and putting the wastage in rivers on another hand. It's not like that. If they are doing wrong thing, then they have to face it. Then they have to face that. They will not be there in the market for a long time period. Is my point clear to you? Am I clear?
Yeah, clear, ma'am.
Okay. Internet application in business.
Clear, ma'am.
It is very. Please turn off your mic. It is very hard to visualize how any business could function during this time without the use of internet. We can't even imagine that. Okay, the internet has become a necessary tool for marketing and advertising. The internet has become a necessary tool for marketing and advertising. A business can interact with the customers with the use of a website or online advertisement. So internet applications in business is about that. We have so many things under this topic, which first and the first one is Internet of Things. Internet of Things. We have discussed this point in another subject, if anyone remembers. We have discussed the point in Internet of Things in different subject. If anyone remembers,
Business communication.
and if you remember, please tell me. The stage is yours. Please describe Internet of Things in general words.
Um, if I may respond to this, in Internet of Things is where technological advancement has taken over businesses.
Okay. Basically Internet of Things is when we have network of devices. Like my phone is connected to my laptop. Okay, my laptop is connected to the appliances, my home appliances. So when the devices get connected to each other, vehicles, devices, home appliances, then that is known as Internet of Things. And if I take an example of Internet of Things, then suppose you are at your business, you are at your office. Okay, and now you remember that you have left your AC on at house, and these days we have a connection that you can turn on and turn off your AC from your mobile. We have such applications, we have such connectivity, and from there, from your office, you turn off your AC at your home. Then that is known as Internet of Things. When you when you push a button, okay, when you tap a button and your favorite show's episode starts recording by itself, then it is known as Internet of Things. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma, it is clear.
Yeah. So basically, it's a device connectivity. The Internet of Things (IoT) is the network of devices, vehicles, and home appliances that contains electronic software, actuators, and the connectivity which allows these things to connect, interact, and exchange data. This is what Internet of Things is. Sustained growth in financial system comes with augmented from all sectors. Like this. So this was Internet of Things. It's all about Internet of Things. And this Internet of Things is working on AI. The propagation of new technologies such as mobile cloud computing and artificial intelligence have changed customer behavior and disrupted marketplaces. As a consequence of our marketing practice must also step forward. Due to the information and communication technology revolution, there has been a swift and outstanding boost in the interface between communities and the societies in today's human race. This was the point. Now, coming to the second point, technological explosion. As the name says, everyone starts using technology. You won't see a person you won't see a person, or you might see a person who don't use technology in these days. Everyone, almost everyone, every person use technology. And if you think about, like, by 2020 this number is required. If we go back to the 2000, if we go back to the 2000, in that era, not every person was familiar with technology. But when we compare 2000 from 2000 to 2023, then now you can see that almost every person is familiar with technology. So this is explosion of technology. Everyone starts using technology. We use technology in business, we use technology as a customer, we use technology as a government. Every person uses technology. When there is a frequent increase in the uses of technology in every day, then it is known as technological explosion. Okay, when there is a frequent increase in the use of technology in every day, it is known as technological explosion. It is a name given to the present pattern of computerization and information trade in assembling innovation. Industry 4.0 is the part of technological explosion. Industry 4.0. As the fourth industrial revolution, as the fourth industrial revolution, we know it as a Industry 4.0. The manufacturing industry, established long ago, is experiencing a principal change, denoting the beginning of savvy manufacturing or Industry 4.0. So this was the technological explosion. I hope it's clear. Now I'm moving to the point, emerging trends in business. Emerging trends in business. See, customers are ready to spend their money on concerts, dinner dates, and trips. Now you can plan your trips online. Okay. Now you don't have to go to other places to book your ticket, to buy the tickets for your trip, to plan a trip. Now you have apps for that. They can easily make your trip, like Make My Trip app and many other apps. Now you can just click a button and your dinner rate is ready. Okay. You don't have to wait at the table or at outside the restaurant. So this is what emerging trends in business. Customers are ready to spend money on concerts, dinner dates, and trips, and many other things. Entrepreneur. So now every business owner have the opportunity. Now they have the opportunity to create some new business, or to identify a project which can become a running business in future, which can become a new opportunity for the business market or for the market in future. Till in recent times, we in India kept on exploring the possibility of manufacturing almost the whole IoT night, from pins to planes and screws to submarines. From pin to planes and screws to submarines. Just as companies and individuals carry out SWOT. SWOT means strength, weakness. There is a SWOT analysis which carry out like strength of a business, weakness of the business, and opportunity and threat to that business. This is known as a SWOT analysis of any kind of business for identifying the business opportunity for our entrepreneurs. So, one more example of emerging trends in business, we have dating apps in this world. We have dating apps in this world. Before, if we look forward, if we look backward, then at that time we didn't have any kind of things. But nowadays, with the emerging of time, okay, with the need of time, the apps, there are many kind of apps like dates, dinner dates, and such as many other apps. So these are the emerging trends of a business. Now, an entrepreneur just look the opportunity and create a business out of it. Okay, when they identify that there is a need of anything, then they create a business out of it. That's it. That's what emerging trends in businesses. And the first one is automation. The first one is automation. What is automation? See, when we start using of technology to perform the task with reduced human assistance, then it is known as automation. Like, for example, Pizza Hut replaced waiters with robots to take orders and process payments. Then that is an example of automation. Walmart used automation to replace 7,000 accounting and invoicing employees. Okay, you can just go to the Walmart, purchase stuff, and pay directly there. You won't see a person or salesperson there or an employee. iPhone makers Foxconn replaced 60,000 employees with robots. So these are the examples of automation. Basically, they reduce the human workforce. Okay, they reduce the human workforce. It is a good thing, but also a bad thing for our society. Because why it is a bad thing? I guess you all know. Anyone wants to explain why it is a bad thing? Okay, let me tell you, because it is helping in increasing unemployment. See, 7,000 employees were replaced there, 60,000 employees were replaced there, and no one knows how many employees were replaced at Pizza Hut and in many other organizations. It is the root cause and one of the main cause of unemployment, increasing of unemployment, automation. Blockchain. Blockchain was designed by Stuart Haber and Scott Stornetta in 1991. Basically, it is a method in which we do digital recordings, so recordings of the trading we have made, uh, like when we record a data, If a transaction happen, then it will record then we record that transaction in blockchain. And after recording a transaction, after making an index, no one can change it, no one can edit it. If you have put it a wrong information there, then it will be there only, you can't edit it. That is what blockchain is. Okay. And it reduces the chances of fraud there in blockchain. A blockchain is a practice for making an index of entries which cannot be changed after they are completed. This equally applies to the index. You can't even change the index or the entry. So we have three sections what blocks are recording. Blocks store data about exchanges, like what's the time of the exchange, what was the date, the amount of your latest buy from online business. Okay. Blocks stores data about who is taking an interest in exchange. Blocks store data about who is taking an interest in exchange. Rather than utilizing your real name, your buying is recorded with no identifying data utilizing as unique, a digital signature. You will be given a digital name there. Okay. Your data will be secured there. Your under the name or your digital signature. Blocks store data that contrast them from different blocks, much like you and I have names to differentiate us from each other. Each block stores has a special code called a hash that enables us to separate it from other blocks. Like login ID password. Every person have different login ID password. This is what it is all about. Artificial intelligence. The recent boom in technology has led to demands for our application that includes artificial intelligence and machine learning. See, what is artificial intelligence? Like when you use Google Maps to reach at a destination, that is the work of artificial intelligence. Okay. When you use Siri by just saying hey Siri, and when it responds to you back, then it is an example of artificial intelligence. When you can give a voice command and the work you have said can be done by your device, then it is the part of artificial intelligence. So it is making your life very easy and easy day by day. So this is what artificial intelligence is, and you can use it in your business too. Okay. Now coming to the point, machine learning. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are somehow similar, but there is a difference, a slight difference. Means it is a part of machine learning, but in machine learning, what machine learning does, suppose you have you have searched a thing on Google. You have searched a thing on Google, and now you are surfing Instagram. Okay. Now you are surfing Instagram, then you see a post of that thing which you have served there, which you have served on Google. Then that is the result of machine learning. Machine learning, what machine learning does, it reads your data and provide it to the other information or other platform so that it can work for your benefit. It can provide you the things you needed. It is an algorithm. Sometimes we see some products on Amazon. Okay, we search the products on Amazon, and after that, when we use Google for any other search, then the product recommendation comes. From where that product recommendation comes, it is the result of machine learning, because the machine learning did read the data from Amazon and provided it to the Google, and now you are getting the recommendation on your past activities, on the basis of your past activities. This is what is the doing of machine learning. Is it clear? Machine learning is also based on MI, ML.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Coming to the point, e-tailing. Social shopping. What is social shopping? When you do shopping from social medias, like you doing shopping from Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, then this thing is known as social shopping. You might have came across through many pages on Instagram which are selling products at your door. So this is the example of social shopping. It benefits the business organization. Suppose you have a business, okay, now, and Amazon is asking for money to you to sell their products, a commission they are asking. But on social shopping, you can just create your page on Instagram, on Facebook, or on WhatsApp, and can provide the details about the product on the posts, and you will get orders from there. So this is what social shopping is. It is a method of e-commerce. Now coming to the point, robotics. What are robots? Basically, they are the substitution of human work, substitution of human. They can perform human activities very well. They can perform human activities very well. Robotics deal with the design, construction, operation, and use of robots as well as computer system for their control, sensory response, and information processing. Manufacturing robots handle tasks such as welding, sorting, assembly, and pick and place operation with greater speed. We can we can give some tasks which have huge risk for a human. We can give some tasks to robots which can give huge risk to a human. Like if we have a bomb in a building, then we can send a robot there. We can send a robot there instead of a human. It will reduce the risk of life. So that's how robots work. E-tailing. As the name says, tailing. Tailing means sales of goods. Now it is e-tailing, it is electronic retailing, is a buzzword for any business to consumer, B2C transaction, business to consumer. When you sell the goods to the consumer, then it is known as e-tailing. Now you will see what's the difference between e-tailing and e-commerce. See, in e-commerce we include everything: sale and purchase of goods, payments we made via e-commerce. Okay, payments or money we send using UPI and other stuff. So everything comes under e-commerce. But in e-tailing, only the sale of goods come. So e-tailing is the part of e-commerce. The key now coming to the point, e-tailing as a platform will also eliminate the barriers between business and consumers because the information about the product and the business is made easily accessible. E-tailers can personally connect with their customers, and consumer can give their appropriate feedbacks accordingly. Okay. It also provides customer and business an extensive display of options to choose from for the reason that they offer more elastic paying and pricing system. They equally grant more opportunities of business to check contest. That's what retailing was. Coming to the retail entrepreneurship, when you purchase from when you purchase stuff from your nearby stores, then that is the example of retail shops, retail entrepreneurship. Okay, the retail industry is observing a big boom in this decade. The experts are expecting a bigger growth in the future. The expansion rate is 15%, and currently it comprises 10% of India's GDP. So, what retailers do? They do sell goods to the consumer. Okay, you know the chain of chain like production, like producer to warehouse, warehouses to retailers, retailers to consumers. So they are creating a bond between producer and consumers. They are providing the goods of producer to the consumers. They are the part of change. So retail entrepreneurship is also important. This is clear. Moving to the next point. Impact of technology on business. Business are affected by change in technological atmosphere. Okay, technology revolutionizes or revolutionizes and offers risk, opportunities, and threat to business. What are the benefits of technology in business? Like security, efficiency, exposure, how technology secures a business. Technology protects your business from cyber attacks and virus. Okay, if you have antivirus or paid antivirus programs, then you can get a security. Efficiency, the work get faster and make fewer mistakes. Using the technology, a producer can directly be in contact of the customers. Then they can produce goods accordingly or the need of the consumers. So the work can get faster and without a few or with a fewer mistakes. Coming to the point, exposure, internet is helping every business to expand globally. Now from one place, now from where you are sitting, you can sell your goods to any part or any area of the world using internet. If your goods are of good quality, if people are liking your goods, then you can sell it to any part of the world. So it is giving you the exposure. Reducing business costs. See, small business owners can bring into play innovation and reduce business cost. Like example, record keeping, accounting, payroll and finance. All these things can be done. All these things can be done by internet or by AI with the help of AI. So it reduces the business cost. You don't need to hire a person to record all the transaction, accounting, payroll, and finance. No, you don't need to record or hire a person for these things. And also, internet reduces the cost of advertisement. You don't have to advertise pay for advertisement separately. You can you can just advertise your products on the social media platform or other things. Harmonizing communication. Technology facilitates in harmonization of the communication process, like email, texting, websites. Any producer can connect with the consumer at any time. Okay, any consumer can write a review about the product of a company or to the owner, to the employees, okay, to the company itself, then it is harmonizing communication. Potential enlargement in business. Potential enlargement in business. Technology permits small business to accomplish the operation in new markets rather than just selling consumer goods or service in restricted market. As I said earlier, you can you can sell your goods at any place of this world using internet, using apps, using mobile, using laptop. Yes, so this were the benefits of technology in business. Now coming to the point, e-commerce. E-commerce. The term e-commerce was coined by IBM's marketing and internet team in 1996. Before coming to the point, e-commerce, we first should have known about e-business, electronic business, which is e-business is the conduct of business on internet, not only buying and selling, but also servicing the customers and collaborating with the business partners. Collaborating with the business partners. E-business includes customer service, which is e-service, and intra-business task and intra-business task. Now coming to the point e-commerce. E-commerce is defined as those commercial transactions carried out using the electronic means in which goods or services are delivered either electronically or in their form. Tangible or intangible form. Suppose you have purchased a book, digital book, then it will come to you in an intangible form. Okay, and if you have purchased the hard copy of the book from Amazon, then it will come in the tangible form. And you have paid electronically. You have paid using your cards and cards or UPI or Paytm. So you have paid electronically. So what this is what e-commerce caters. E-commerce caters everything like such as mobile commerce, electronic fund transfer, supply chain management, internet marketing. It will facilitate online transaction processing, electronic data interchange. Okay, like receipts and all. Everything which we do in a business on internet or in apps, it is a part of e-commerce. It is a broader term which includes every aspect of business. Examples of e-commerce is online shopping. Buying and selling of goods on the internet is one of the most popular example of e-commerce. Electronic payments. When we are buying goods online, there needs to be mechanism to pay online too. So that's the part of e-commerce. Now we will do a difference between traditional commerce versus e-commerce. First, the meaning traditional commerce. Traditional commerce is where you go to the shop and buy things. This is what traditional commerce is. Okay, and e-commerce is when you buy the stuff from online platforms, online apps. That is known as e-commerce. So, the meaning first. Traditional commerce is a branch of business which focuses on the exchange of products and services and includes all those activities which encourage exchange in some way or other. Coming to the point e-commerce. E-commerce means carrying out commercial transaction or exchange of information electronically on the internet. Electronically on the internet. Every commercial transaction or exchange of information. Now processing of transaction, it is manual. You have to go there. You have to go to the place, and it is automatic. You can do it by sitting at your home. Accessibility, limited time. See why it have the limited time, because shop have a limited time. Shop gets open, shop get closed at the evening, in night. Then you have to go there at a particular time. But you can buy the stuff, you can buy any kind of product from Amazon, Flipkart, Mantra at any time, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Okay, physical inspection. Now it is the benefit of traditional commerce that you can inspect the goods physically before purchasing it. Okay, because you are at the shop, you can look the goods and you can feel, touch it. But in e-commerce, you cannot inspect the goods physically before purchasing it. You can only inspect the good after purchasing it, and it's a drawback. If the goods came damaged, then you have paid for it, or you will have to wait for the company to exchange it. Customer interaction. Here there is an interaction between the retailer and customer directly, and here you have screen to face. You are interacting with screen, not with the producer of the good, not with the seller of the goods, nothing. Just screen and you. Scope of business. Traditional commerce is limited to a particular area, but e-commerce is worldwide reach. Okay, I can purchase goods which are selling in your country. Okay, from here only by using e-commerce. You can purchase goods from here, from by sitting there. That is what it means. Informational exchange. No uniform platform for the exchange of information, but e-commerce provides an uniform platform for the information exchange. You can know about the product, you can give a review about the product at the descriptions. Marketing. It is a one-way marketing, it is one-to-one marketing. Payment. Here you can pay via cash, check, credit card, and here you can use credit card, funds transfer, e-wallets, and sometimes it gives you the cash facilities, cash at home. Okay, cash on delivery option you also have in e-commerce, but it is not mentioned here. But COD facility is also available in e-commerce nowadays. Delivery of goods. Here the delivery of goods is instantly because you are at the shop, you take the goods by yourself to your home. But in e-commerce, it takes time to deliver your goods to you. Features of e-commerce: real-time shopping experience at online shopping. Real-time shopping experience at online shopping. Using mobile and Android apps for transaction. Using mobile and Android app for transaction. Multi-channel. I guess first two points are very easy. You can do it by yourself because, as the name said, you are using mobiles and Android apps for the transaction, for purchasing things. Okay, and in real-time shopping experiences at online, like it still provide you an interactive platform where you can watch many products as you want. Multi-channel. Multi-channel as the product, as the same product, or if you are a if you are a seller of a product, then you can portray it on Amazon at the same time, on Flipkart at the same time, on Myntra. Okay, you can use multi-channel for selling your goods and services. Big data, also called Hadoop strategy. It is also called Hadoop strategy. Like people or the seller or producer of the goods can get information about their customers, how they are taking interest. Okay, what are their likings. So these things can be known by e-commerce. Customization and personalization. By using, you can ask you can ask the producer to provide you a customized product. Okay, customized proposals you can get, and personalization as well. Coming to the point, valuing customers engagement, then conversion ratio. See, what is first you want to know is what is conversion ratio. So conversion ratio is like when you want to know that how many new people coming to see your product and purchased your product. How many people came to see your product and purchased your product. You can get the data from online apps and online platform. But now you have to valuing the customer engagement, then the conversion ratio. You just don't have to see, you just don't have to focus on the how many people are coming to see your product or purchase the product, but you have to retain your regular customer. You have to give attention to the customer who are purchasing your products regularly. You have to shift your interest. So that can be done via using e-commerce. Push notification or pop-up. You can get any person when you purchase something, then we get push notifications from the apps. Okay, that this thing is in your basket, is in your cart, in your cart. Please buy it. You always get push-up notification or pop-up notifications. Social networking site. As the long range interpersonal communication locals are expanding, retailers must utilize this stage for advertising and moving their items. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Insta, and many other social network sites. Mobile POS and accessing via mobile. Mobile POS and accessing via mobile. What is mobile POS? Mobile point of sales system. Mobile point of sales sales system. Now, the idea of mobile POS is to make every single representative work and permit the client to execute it without being to the charging counter. On account of the Android 4.2, Jelly Bean, and iOS 6 that permit application that let the client do unlimited tasks with such applications. Like now you can do payments via using you have Amazon wallets. Okay, in Amazon we have Amazon wallet too. Then we can perform many tasks in one application. We can buy from there. We can get money or send money from there. We can pay our electric bill from there, electricity bill. Benefits of e-commerce. It helps to reach global. It helps you to reach global. It helps you to it helps to your business to reach globally. Okay, to go worldwide. It gives you the exposure or the stage to you where you can perform effectively and efficiently. Cost effective. E-commerce has ended up being exceptionally practical for business worries as it chops down the expense of showcasing, producing, marketing, stock administration, client care, and so on. It additionally diminishes the weight of foundation required for leading business. It can likewise gather and deal with the data identified with the clients productively, which will help the buyer in creating an effective promotional technique. So it is cost effective too. Disadvantages of e-commerce. E-commerce lacks the personal touch. Not all physical retailers have an individual methodology. However, retailers do value human relationships, subsequently shopping at those retail outlets. Okay. System and data integrity. Like a computer virus is a program that clones itself. Your your device can get virus while you use some apps for purchasing the goods and services. So it is system data and data integrity. The companies may sell your information to other companies. Okay, you may get calls from many other companies like please take loan, please. Have you ever wondered how how did they get your phone number? Because some because you may have logged into a company which have sold your data to the third party. E-commerce delay goods, because in traditional commerce method you can get instant goods by yourself, but e-commerce delays in goods as it takes 2 to 3 working days to deliver your good, and sometimes it takes much longer time to deliver your goods. M-commerce. M-commerce stands for mobile commerce. When we purchase or sell the stuff using our mobile, then it is known as M-commerce. Okay, when we purchase or sell the goods using our mobile, then it comes M-commerce. When we pay using our mobile, then it is a part of M-commerce. M-commerce plays a very important function in business. It does this through many significant applications like location-based service, which allowed customers to glance through their mobile devices in order to find services that are in close proximity to their current location. Okay, you visit on Zomato to find a restaurant nearby you, then they will give you so many opportunities, so many places name that where you can have your lunch, dinner, or whatever you want to have. Wallets and plastic money in business. You can use m-commerce. You can use m-commerce and as the app based business using smartphone. Okay, so there are so many apps doing business while using the smartphone. You can use wallets and plastic money in business. Wallets and plastic money stands for like credit cards, debit cards, okay, and wallets like Paytm wallet, Amazon wallet, these kind of stuffs to pay for your transaction, for your retailing. Now coming to the point, franchising. See, what is a franchising? Or what is a franchisee? In a franchisee operation, the owner of original business, known as the franchisor, essentially sells the right to use his brand to the entrepreneur called a franchisee. Suppose you want to open a McDonald's, okay, you want to open McD restaurant, then you need to get franchisee from MACD. Then you need to get a franchisee from MACD, when where the MACD sells you the right to use his brand name, and and in return of that you have to pay a royalty to the MACD. That is what or how a franchising work. Okay, benefits of franchising: capital. Like if you are franchisor means you are the owner of a brand and selling your brand, no, not completely selling, just giving the rights to someone to use your brand and in return of money. Now coming to the point, capital. Now franchisors capital requirement will be lesser because franchisees are providing the capital money to them in form of royalties. Better management. The local management of each franchised unit will be highly motivated and very helpful. They care for the franchisee units as their own. Okay. Now coming to the point, less employees. The number of employees which a franchisor needs to operate a franchisee network is much smaller than they would need to run a network of company owned units. Suppose you are creating a branch, okay, you are opening the branch in many countries or in many states of your business, then you need to hire so many employees. But if you are using the franchising method, then it's not your headache, it's the franchisee headache to hire the person. You don't have to pay to the employees of the franchisee. No, franchisees have to pay to the employees. You just have to look after the branch or the franchisor or the company or the restaurant or whatever your business is. You just have to look after the original side, not the franchising part or franchising unit. So it will require less employees. Speed of expansion, of course it will speed your expansion. uh, it can make you globally aware. Okay, it can make you a global brand like McD these days, Domino. Reduced attachment in day-to-day operations. The franchisers will not be drawn in the day-to-day operation of each franchised outlet, because it's not his or her duty to look after the franchised outlet or franchised unit. It's the franchisee duty. Risk and accountability. You just give the name to someone, or you just give your company's name to someone which they can use to earn the profit, okay, to run the business. And it will reduce the risk and accountability because you haven't paid to to someone to open a branch of your company. So it will automatically reduce the risk and accountability of the owner of the business. It increased brand fairness, publicity and support, and consumer faithfulness, worldwide growth. So these were the benefits of franchising. Logistic and supply chain business. See, as the name says, logistic. There, wait a minute. Yeah, logistics describe the process of coordinating and moving resources, people, materials, inventory, and equipments from one location to storage at the desired destination. Okay, at the desired destination. When we take goods, human material, inventory from storage to the desired destination, then it is known as the logistic part. But supply chain management is the management of the flow of goods and services and includes all processes that transform the raw material into a final good. That transform the raw material into the final goods means you take the raw material you take the raw material and convert them into the final goods. That is known as supply chain business. You have purchased raw material, you get it delivered by the logistics, then you by using the raw material you create final goods, then you will sell it in the market. That is known as supply chain business. Significance of logistics. See, it reduces the cost and maximize the profit of things. How it reduces the cost and maximize the profits? Because when we get products or raw material on time, then the cost will automatically get reduced and the profit maximize automatically. Efficient flow of manufacturing operations. It helps in efficient flow of manufacturing operations. It creates an effective communication. Logistic creates a effective communication between the producer and the consumer. Okay, and between the creditor and the producer. So it is creating an effective communication between persons. Now coming to the point, it's the last topic of today class: outsourcing and offshoring. Outsourcing and offshoring. See, when we when we outsourcing refers to the act of contracting a third party. When we are doing a business and we let a third party to do a part of that business. Okay, suppose we are producing goods and services. We are producing a good, and we give a contract to the third party to perform a particular activity. So that is known as outsourcing. Suppose you are producing uh, cloths, you are producing shirts, you produce, you stitch them, okay, everything you do, but for the washing part, you have given contract to a third party. You have given contract to a third party or different organization which which do washing of your raw material, which do washing of your clothes. So that is known as outsourcing. It is more cost effective than hiring our in-house team. Suppose suppose that if you are doing the washing by yourself, then it costs you 10 bucks. It costs you 10 bucks. But when you are doing or giving it to a third party, then it costs you 7 bucks. Then it will be cost effective. It will be cost effective. That is what outsourcing is. Offshoring. In offshoring, a particular process or particular business gets its location from one country to another country. Basically, there is a shift in the location of a business. When we relocate a business process from one country to another, typically an operational. What's an offshore account? Is it anywhere related to offshoring? You are mixing it. since e-commerce is generally business conducted over the internet, m-commerce is limited to mobile smartphones. Is it correct to say m-commerce is a type of e-commerce? Yes, everything comes under e-commerce. E-commerce is a broader term. Okay, e-tailing, e-business, m-commerce, all are the part of e-commerce. E-commerce is a vast term. Now, before answering that question, let me first finish offshoring explanation. Offshoring is the relocation of business process from one country to another country, from one country to another country. Like many US and UK country based business shift their business location to India or to China. So that is the part of offshoring. Offshoring and outsourcing is different from each other. The meaning of outsourcing. Outsourcing is the assignment of business peripheral operation to an external organization. As we let the washing part or cleaning part of the cloth to the other organization. And in offshoring refers to the relocation of business process in different country. Implication. Implication. Shifting operations to the third party. Shifting operations to the third party. We have to provide that shirts to the third party. Okay, we have to send them to the third party. But in offshoring, we are shifting the activities or the office. We are just shifting the office from one place to another place. Coming to the point, objective. Outsourcing focus on core business activities. Outsourcing focus on core business activities. And offshoring objective is lower labor cost. Lower labor cost. Functions performed, non-employees. Function performed, non-employees in outsourcing. And offshoring, employees of the organization. Employees of the organization. Location in outsourcing, within or outside the country. Within or outside the country. But if we talk about offshoring, then it is outside the country. It is outside the country. Yes, now ask what you were asking. Is it clear?
Clear, clear, Masha.
Okay. Now please turn on your camera so I can take attendance. Wait a minute. Okay. Now let me answer this. What have you asked? Wait a minute. When an organization have branches in another countries, can we call that offshoring? No, it is they have branches in other countries. It's not as offshoring. But if one branch organization, any kind of activity of one branch is coming to the another branch of different country, then you can call it offshoring. But if a company have different branches in different countries, then it is not a same thing. Okay, that it is not offshoring. But what's an offshore account? Is it anywhere related to offshoring? Yes, it is related to offshoring. When you when you're doing offshoring, then you have to open an offshore account in different country. So it is related. When a company wants to audit one of its branches and an independent firm is brought to it in to conduct the audit, can it be called outsourcing as well? Firm is brought to conduct an audit. No. Is it clear now?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay. So we are concluding the class here. We will meet on Monday of different with different subject. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma.